Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Broken Branch Wood Shop. My name is Mark, and today we are going to be resin casting a hybrid pin blank. And what I have here today, I have some stabilized maple burl that I got off of an online wood auction, and I've got butterfingers, and so I was all excited getting the wood opened up and ended up dropping this blank and breaking it. And so I was a little bit heartbroken about it and trying to figure out what I was going to do with it at that point. And I was like, you know what? We've got all of this new resin casting stuff. So I said, why not make a hybrid pin blank with a pin that's already broken now? And so I told my wife, I said, I'll make this first one for you. And so we picked out some colors here, and we're going to end up doing it on a Majestic Junior pin kit. And so what we did is we took some of these pieces that are broke, laid them out in here, and kind of figured out where we were going to be with the pin blanks and getting those situated and lined up. We've got a little bit here on the end where we're going to waste a little bit of resin, a little bit of wood there, but that'll be okay. I was trying to figure, because I know this stuff floats sometimes, and so I was trying to figure out what we needed to do as far as holding this down. I did talk to Jake over at Northside Custom Crafts, and we talked about gluing them down. We talked about using some tape, but this one end piece down here it seems like it's a little bit shorter, and the angle that it's cut off at, I was kind of worried about it doing it. So what I'm going to ultimately go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of hot glue on this and let that get set up while we're doing the mixing. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right. So now that we've got that set up, get some of those little glue strings out of there. We'll go ahead and start getting our mixture. So what we've got here today is we've got some Alumilite Clear Slow, and so we'll be mixing this up. Remember, when you're doing Alumilite Clear Slow, we're going to be mixing this up part A, part B, even by weight and not by volume. So you want to make sure and do that. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm with 3 different pieces in here, I'm not totally sure, and this came loose, so we need to put just a little bit more on that. I'm not just 100% sure how much I need to put in here, and so I know about how much it is, and so what we're going to do is get that poured up. And like I said, we're going to have some extra, but that'll be okay. I would rather have a little bit too much than not enough. So no big deal there. So let's go ahead and we will start off with part A. We've got 36 grams there, and we'll swap these out. I'll tell you what, let me just go on and go up to 40 just to get us a good round number. All right, we're at 40 right there. Let's get that out of the way. Back at 0. All right, so now we've got 40 in both of them. I know I haven't put my gloves and my glasses on yet, so y'all don't eat me alive too bad on that. And then we're going to get to mixing these things together. Now, Alumilite Clear Slow has a 12-minute open time. So we're going to get to mixing this, and we'll probably mix it for 4 or 5 minutes, get it good and clear, and then we've got some powders that we're going to mix in there as well. So you want to make sure that you mix this really well. You want to make sure that you're scraping the sides. You want to make sure you got it really well. If you don't mix it good, then it's not going to set up right. And we've got our temp gun here. Once we mix the different powders and things like that, we're going to keep a temp on this thing, and then we're going to try to get it poured up about 95, 96 degrees or so. All right, so we're only at 76 degrees right now. I am in a climate controlled shop, and it's set on 71 in here, so it's just barely over room temp. We're at 83 degrees. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start adding our color. We're at 90 degrees right now. I've got one of my colors here. I don't know where I just put the other one. And oh, there it is. This is our first time using these, so we're about to see how much we need to put in here. That might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. So that is a dark red metallic, and then we're going to add in a little bit of pearl in this as well. Alright, we are at 96. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stir it for just a minute or so more. And then we'll get to pouring it. Alright. So we're at 97. I just really want to make sure. I know you can stir, you can go a while with this stuff because you don't even have to, if you're, mixing colors and doing color blends and things like that, you don't even have to, you want to stir until you get to, 105 or 106 or so to stir those. So I know we can stir it just a little bit more. And if you're doing a big pour, a whole lot more than what we're doing right now, you definitely want to be pouring already. But I think this is gonna be just fine. I hope. All right, let's go ahead and pour this up. And then we will move on over to the pressure pot. Oh yeah, this is going to be plenty. Like I said, I knew we were going a little heavy on it. Yeah. It's going to try to move up on me. And fill in all these little cracks and sides and let's move this on over to the pressure pot. Get that set down in there, and let's get our all right, so we got the blank in here. We got our pressure up, and so we're going to leave this for a few hours, and then we'll come back and check it out from there. See how it all went. All right, so this is the next day now. We came out here last night and actually took the pressure off of it and checked it after a few hours. It was just a little bit tacky on there, so we decided to not mess with it, do anything with it last night. Wanted to let it just sit for the rest of the night, and not under pressure, but just to sit and let it set up a little bit longer. So let's check it out and see what we've got today. Oh yeah, much better from last night. I really like the way that this turned out. You can the metallic in it, the little bit of swirl that went in there. I think it turned out really nice. So so let's take it over to the saw and we'll get it cut down and see what it looks like once we trim these edges off. Show you what we got here before we get going over there. Love the metallic in that. You see where we had the little bit of glue on it to hold it down. Let's go get it trimmed up. All right, so we got this trimmed down on the saw, and I hit it real quick with just a 220 on an orbital sander, and I'm going to give it a little spritz here to really pop it out and let you know what it's going to look like. And man, this turned out awesome. The grain in this thing turned out just amazing. And I think it's going to look even better once we get it turned down. This is going to go on a Majestic Junior, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. All right, guys, so we've got this thing, we've got it done now, and I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching us do our first hybrid resin casting for a pen. If you like the video, please consider subscribing. Click that like button and share the video. We're going to be coming back probably in the next couple of days and doing. We're actually going to turn this, and so we'll do another video of us turning this first resin casting hybrid blank. And so be sure and be looking out for that, and you'll get to see it come to completion there. We ended up, I told you, I put too much in there on purpose to make sure that we had enough, and we ended up with this this little puck here left over. So not real sure what we're going to do with this. But if you have any ideas, shoot us a comment down in the bottom and maybe let us know what you'd like for us to do with this, and we may end up doing it. But until next time, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the shop.